Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The man accused of firing a gun into the air after a group of workers told him they weren't state employees is behind bars after a standoff.
Sioux Falls police say officers were looking for 27-year-old Elliot Bird when they tried to pull him and 24-year-old Trevor Swift Eagle over.
The two men ran and went into an apartment building. They then barricaded themselves inside. Both were believed to be armed. Sioux Falls SWAT was called to the scene, while residents were asked to shelter in place or evacuate.
After several hours, both Bird and Swift Eagle were arrested without incident. More details will be released during this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. Meanwhile, police in Rapid City are investigating a deadly shooting. Wednesday night, police responded to an apartment on North Maple Avenue.
Officers found two men had been shot, one fatally, the other with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they have most of the involved parties accounted for, and there's no ongoing threat to public safety. During our series on missing, murdered indigenous persons, we've looked at the challenge to find answers and justice.
Cody Whitepipe was hitchhiking in Bennett County after a friend left him alone in the middle of the highway. That was the last time anyone saw 21-year-old Whitepipe alive.
By the time we got to the hospital, he was really gone. And it didn't seem like their sheriff down there or anybody, their police department, really tried to investigate that day.
Cody Whitepipe was killed in the 2014 hit and run. The Bennett County Sheriff's Department says the case is still open but has been turned over to the Highway Patrol. All week, we've been sharing stories of families with missing or murdered indigenous people on KELOLAND TV and KELOLAND.com.
All the loss and unanswered questions are bringing people together.
You know, we have this thing called Wola Kota, and it means, being together as a family. We're all related in some way.
On this week's Inside KELOLAND, we'll show you how families are finding support from one another. We'll also look into the history of MMIP and bring you even more families' painful stories. Join us Saturday morning and Sunday evening on KELO TV.
Well, now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, Sarah. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a hot day. Temperatures today in the 90s and the 100s. 100s will be found in south central, extreme southeastern South Dakota. Sioux Falls around 96 for a high temperature, but 101 in Mitchell. We'll go 92 in Pierre, 89 Aberdeen, 95 in Rapid City. Slowly cooling over the next couple of days, and with it, isolated chances for showers and thunder showers. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thanks, Scott. Children and adults can see visual safety demonstrations this weekend.
Sioux Valley Energy is hosting a safety day on Saturday. It's a way for them to partner with other organizations in the community and show attendees the importance of taking safety precautions in every situation.
Just go out and enjoy your life and be safe, and be safe at work, be safe at home, and especially around our overhead and our underground power lines that are out there. Just acknowledge they're there and acknowledge the power that's in them.
There will also be demonstrations from groups like the Highway Patrol, EMS, and more. There's a new agency at the controls of a new satellite in space, and it's based right here in South Dakota.
People gathered at the Arrows Data Center Thursday, where NASA officially handed over control of the Landsat 9 Earth imaging satellite. Arrows is now responsible for making sure the satellite stays on track in its orbit of Earth and archiving the pictures it sends back.
Landsat 8 was the last time we actually took a satellite from NASA, and that was back in 2013. So it's literally a once-in-a-decade thing. So we've been looking forward to it, for years.
Arrows has warehoused millions of satellite images for researchers around the globe who make important decisions about land management.
And there's a lot to do and see while attending the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, one of the most popular stops just outside of Sturgis, the legendary Buffalo Chip Campground. It's been owned and operated for 41 years by Rod Woodruff.
Because we're not on the beaten path, so we're not like an ordinary campground. We're a destination. We have one purpose, and that's for people to come and have fun.
Over the past 15 years, the Buffalo Chip, which has been featured on many TV shows, has raised over $1.5 million for various charities.
Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather forecast here today. Well, temperature at 82 this morning in the Pier area. We've been hovering in those 80s overnight, so hot start, but things are getting better here in the north at least. We've trimmed down some of these temperatures, but today we exchange, well, look at Sioux Falls, for example, and Yankton. These numbers are hotter today and likely going to see the afternoon high temperatures probably surpassing 100 in Mitchell and in Yankton. Thunderstorm chances not very good. I would say for most of us, it's still dry tonight. We'll see how we can regroup here in western South Dakota tomorrow. We've got an opportunity for a couple of thunderstorms. And I think the Black Hills might set up a little better Saturday night into Sunday as you start to see more flare-ups coming in out of Wyoming. And then we'll see if this will actually get even more organized into Monday. See how this rain there appearing on Futurecast. Now, right now, painting a little better, brighter band between Sioux Falls and Rapid City. That positioning of that particular batch of rain still yet to be exactly determined. I think it'll probably still shift a little bit, but at least we're getting some rain there, and hopefully we can incorporate some of it over some of those really excessively dry pockets that we've been reporting on. And really, the upper Midwest as a whole, while it's not going to rain every day, obviously, there are going to be some of these things moving down the pike here. So we'll keep these 20%, 30% chances of rain going for a while. 93 today in Brookings, hot afternoon, 88 there in Worthington. Your 7-day forecast, low 80s, pretty likely next week. I would kind of hit these rain chances a little better earlier in the week, perhaps Monday, and then we'll see what we can brew up there by Wednesday and Thursday as well. Aberdeen, same idea, low to mid 80s, pretty common. So, you know, not far really from normal levels there. And temperatures in Pier, well, we're getting rid of the 100s for a while. Now we're down in the mid to upper 80s, and with that comes 20 and 30% chances of rain. Again, let's see what we can get there Sunday night to Monday. That'll be our first opportunity. Rapid might even start up again as early as Saturday night, and keeping some rain chances into the middle of next week. More coverage online at KELOLAND.com.